So well, my friends, here we go again. Next part, training for demolition tower. Next part, here we are again by those stairs. You know it, these are the easiest stairs, but these are the stairs which are open in winter now. And they are for that what I'm doing, what I want to train perfect, but this is really, really tough. The main goal is the demolition tower. All is made for this, demolition tower, the stairs, the heaviest stairs of them all, that I want to reach. So the whole year all is going to this goal, and king of steepness, the bicycle thing, and that is really, really tough. And today I have a goal for here, but if this is possible, I don't know. That will be brutal, and I have a lot of fear, really fear since yesterday once again, because you think to the overall goal, and that is demolition tower, and that is so tough that sometimes you get so fear because you think you cannot do it. It doesn't matter what, if you train 1 year, 2 years, the hardest what you can do, but maybe you will not arrive it, not even close, and that comes to your mind. And then even such things, when you go step by step, that fears you also, because you think to this overall goal, and those fears you have to put away. But today that overcome me, really since yesterday when I drive here, and that makes also things, your muscle gets heavier, you feel, you say, "Boah, today that is not possible, no, that feels not good," and this and that, and those fear you have to put away, because the truth is, I would not train here if I would not be sure that it is possible for demolition tower. Those stairs I will share you in the next video. You have seen them, but you think, because it's so tough, but even when you were close, we were not that far away, for sure months away, but I have seen that it is possible to me, but when you think on this ultimate goal, and you think, "Boah, that is so impossible," you are underrate yourself, you know what I mean? And then, because you think so far, then the fear is so much there that you think, "Boah, that is," and then you loosen it, And even now, today, for this goal, I think this is almost impossible that I do it, and I don't want to fail. There comes so much pressure, more and more, because we have to do it, It's uninteresting again if I train 100 times a year, 200, 300 times a year, but if I have not done this, then, then it was nothing done. And that is the key factor, And this goal today is really, really tough, But I know that I am capable of, but you think so underrated, and that makes a really, really big fear. Really, and those fear, something has to go out again, Really, I think I cannot make 3-4 rounds, and that is really, really bad, You know what I mean? This really, to me, the highest prioritization is this, When I don't achieve it, to me the world goes down, It's really so. That is to me the main thing from all in my life, is to do that now, But today, my goal is, I have to wait, there is a lot of traffic today. The goal for today, because I have a strategy to achieve my demolition tower. And once again, it is completely uninteresting if there are people who are 10 times better than me, 10 times worse than me. I only show that what I'm doing, I get here not sponsored, I get not paid, I do that not for clicks, that is to me completely uninteresting. You know what I mean? For sure, when I reach people, the motivation, that you can take from me, my willpower to achieve goals, even if there does not go anything anymore, but bet the cat goes, that is the thing. That you can take from me and transport when you are lifting heavy weights, when you are making endurance sport, when you are making a team sport, when you are a job where you want to learn languages, whatever, that you can transport, And if I have 10 clicks or 1 million, it will change not one piece in my life, you know what I mean? That is the thing. And I have a strategy for this demolition tower to reach that, because the stairs start very long, many stairs, then all those there's around 9 stairs, 9 stairs, 9 stairs, and I have the 3 main exercises: to crawl down by ones, no break, nothing, to push press the kettlebell. And here, for example, we have, I think, 28 stairs, you know. And the thing is, today my goal is to make 14 and 14. Yeah, we start with the first exercise, to crawl down, but 8 times in a row, you know, 8 times in a row to crawl this down, you know, without a break. That means the heartbeat will so go up, the legs and the abs, these are the parts, not even the hand, the legs and the abs, you know. And after that, that is the first goal, which is really tough. And then second, the push press 160, because we have around 172 stairs at Demolition Tower. And the thing is, they start 14, 14 around, and then 9, 9, 9, and at the end, the long stairs come again. So my goal in the second exercise is to make 14, 14 left and right, and then 9, 9, 9 until I have reached the 160. This is the main goal. Then I will make other exercises, but they are uninteresting. And to reach that, if I don't reach it, I have failed. And I have failed only once in over 600 videos, you know. Only once in over 600 videos. And that was the Demolition Tower, that video you can watch. And now I'm training, you know. My heartbeat 42, 43. I made 8.5 hour bicycle tours beside playing basketball. I train my ass off at the stairs, but still, you know, the fear is still there, you know. That is the part, and that is brutal. That is really brutal, but you have to make it, you know. Fear comes when you drive the day before you and on, and now it is the time, you know. And now I will warm up, and then we will see if this is possible. So we see us then, and be surprised, and I will take all what I have. Let's do it. So my friends, now I have warmed up, and now it is the time to concentrate. I wait, people are coming still, that they walk on there, you know, because some complain. They wait now, and that is really, really brutal, you know. Demolition Tower, if you have not experienced that, you know, imagine that to you. When you have a goal which is the highest what you can possibly achieve, that is Demolition Tower to me, you know. That is the biggest of the biggest. After that I have no goal, you know. That is the absolute limit. When I have reached this, then I stay there, you know. I train then my stairs, but then it's more relaxed because I know I have done it, you know. But to do that, that is brutal. That is really brutal, because it can happen that you can never achieve it, you know, no matter what. When you train 3 years, 5 years, you know. Now I'm at the complete peak, you know. I'm almost 40. In a few months I'm 40, but I'm at the complete peak, you know. And that is the thing. And now those 8 times, goal 1, 8 times to crawl down, another one. It's unbelievable today. Unbelievable, you know. Because here you come to nowhere, you know. Really strange. And then after 8 times in a row, that is brutal, you know. That takes so much out of you, from the energy level, the heartbeat, you know, the shoulder from holding, and then to make this, that is the problem. When you do that alone, first time the 160, complete other story. When you make it 5-5, you know what I mean. That is the thing. And after that you never have to forget, you know. In Demolition Tower, I tell you, when you enter in there in those stairs, the highest of them all, the entrance in, that is a feeling that is unbelievable, you know. That is really unreal, because you think impossible, yeah, impossible. It's impossible. So that is also here it is impossible. There are always coming people, and they go, you know, I cannot show you, I don't film people, I always have respect, but went on, and now when they went on, the next one comes. But it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. And then my focus comes, you know. There is only one thing. Fear, people, when complaint comes, whatever, you go only straight, you know. Only straight until it is done. And when you get problems, you go on, you know. No matter what, until it is finished, you know. And you never know how you feel. That is also a thing, you know. There can be days where you are great and then it doesn't go, and when you are not great it goes better, but that is all uninteresting. At the end of the day it has to be done. It has to be done, you know. Again, I don't know, now I do it, you know. I go on and do it 8 times, no matter what people will tell now or say. Focus, focus, focus. Mental, very clear. You know, the mental part is very, very important. If you are strength, but the mental thing is not here, no chance. You have to be mentally complete prepared, you know. So, now we do it. 8 times, first goal.
Was it 7 or 8 now? But I think it was 8. But it was easier than I thought, you know. Even if I have to breathe now, of course, but it was not that heavy now. But I have not lost many energy. Even if you think now, you know, I'm very good trained, but of course this is tough. You know, when you think this is easy, no,
that will never be easy. It doesn't matter how much you train, but the energy is there. The abs, the legs, the arms completely. Even the heartbeat is not that much up, but I don't know, the one would be easily going, you know. I could have done another one, but I was not sure, was it 7, 8, you know. I was so focused there for stair, but only the last stairs there I felt it a bit now, so it was 100 times better than expected. But I decided now, I think it was 8, because if I would have made 9, the next exercise, this is also, I don't want to lose energy, you know. But I will count it out now and then we hear us again. Yeah, I've counted out now with when I took it faster. I think it was really 8, you know, but for sure I'm at home. I didn't want to watch now the whole minutes. I only scrolled forward in the camera. But you know, the fear, so much fear, you know, but the fear, it has a reason, you know. It is the reason. How can I describe this in English? The fear is important, you know, that how to say this in English. The fear, you know, important in that way. It is legitimate, you know. It is really legitimate because it is so tough. But even the fear can help you, because then you have so much fear that you think impossible, and then you go in maybe much more relaxed. But now the push press, you know, last time the 160 was also done, but at a complete other pace than now. Now we have not 4 times crawling, 8 times, and now the 160 with 14, 14, and then 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, and last time less. That makes a huge difference, you know. Because now the energy is more out, even if I have saved it now, you know. That was really unthinkable. I cannot tell you what was today. I've never felt so good like today now. Before I thought today the baddest day from all what I was by stairs, and now it felt better than ever, you know. I cannot tell you, but now the left side will be the limit. But you cannot imagine how tough this is, you know. I've trained last year my ass off, you know, all what I told you. The bicycling is also important. It gives you so much strength in the legs and the endurance, you know. When people are not used to that, their heartbeat is so high that they cannot go on. Even if the strength would be still there, the heartbeat is the limit. And so all comes together. The steepest parts what I drive, you know, I've trained in summer, we had to go away from the strength because I made the bicycle tours. I've trained 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, you know, for 6 days in a row, you know. And still, this is not possible. And you can imagine, to me, how tough this is, you know. To me, to my body, to my genetics, what I set the goal to me. That is the highest goal of all. More goals I don't have. King of Steepness and Demolition Tower. When I've reached those, they are to me the peak forever, you know. Then I stay at training and make other things, you know, the stairs again, but I can enjoy it much more, because then I know I have reached it. I have reached it, you know. But still, it feels impossible. Now I make a bit break, you know, 3-4 minutes, and then the push press, you know. Wow, that will be tough, 160. But that are the 2 goals, you know. Now I cannot have say, "Boah, great, now we have not done it." If I fail now, then we have failed. You know, watch the video Demolition Tower where I failed, you know. Then you know how I felt there. This is the baddest what can happen to me. And I don't like to fail. In 600 videos we never failed. I reached all tours, you know. Sometimes I fall down from my bicycle almost, you know, after the training. By those 8-hour routes, I cannot tell you once what happened there. I could not drive 1-2 meters, you know. But all this has to be done to come to your goal. Now we wait, and then we make it. When the people are away, I go on 14, 14, and the rest 9, 9. I have to count good. Well, normally, you know, by Demolition Tower, you know, this piece of stairs one hand, then the round next stairs other hand. Here I don't have it, so I have to count the numbers, and also 9, 9, 9, 9, you know. So hopefully I bring it together, and then we will see. So, and now, wish me luck, focus completely there. 100%, no matter what, all is away. Only I go away until I finish, you know. No matter what. And when I shout, this is because it gets heavy, you know. When you have pain, you also shout, you know. The same is here. You have to do all things that it is done. All things, no matter what. Without hand gloves for better grip, you know. When I change it, let's do it.
там jedną żeńską, czyli osobną srednju školu, sam za pod zadnje.
Слушай, я запри, конечно, Саша,
Hello. We have done it. I think a little bit over 160. But still there, easier than I thought. You know, I think I made the 9 steps. Maybe one time I made 10. Brutal. But I would have gone more, you know. At the Demolition Tower 172. But that I will show you today. I will drive there at afternoon. You know, that is the bicycle training. When you drive the steepest parts up, that costs also so much energy in the hand because you have to lean forward to hold it so much, you know. That is the same when you crawl down. You need your abs, your back. I told you that goes so in the back when you drive the steepest parts. And the legs are always, almost in every sport, the key factor. When you have absolute strong legs with endurance and strength, then most of the time you are explosive, you have power, you can last long. And that you need here, because also by the push press, you know, the legs can be done. But now that was really, really good, you know, because, you know, even if you don't see it now, you know, I never scream to make a click also, you know. I get nothing for clicks. I only do that when I really when I'm over my limit. But I only go over my limit when I know I don't hurt myself, you know. But you can mentally go down over the limit, like by the bicycling. There you have seen me, that was brutal. When I shout there, then you know almost falling down from the bicycle, you know, with no wheel. You achieve that nothing. And now it was not that tough, you know, and I had the most fear from all trainings, only the demolition tower when I was there, you know. But that helps, you know, and now it is like it was normal now, you know. That was really like normal, but that was brutal now. Now I feel it in my triceps, especially left, the last repetitions. But the demolition tower, the last repetitions, there, these are longer stairs then, you know. And you make the crawling all by once. Even these are more stairs, 8 times and 28 stairs around, you know. I always count the last, and now you have seen once I took the before the last and once the last, because I was calculating, you know. 14 and 14 were 28, you know. I called, okay, until 14 right, until 14 left, or other around I started, and then 9, 9. 28, that means next step is until 36. So I made 34, 35, 36, and when the 36 maybe was here, I didn't make one repetition. By the other hand, I moved down to start by 9 again, you know. That was the reason why sometimes I was here and here, you know. But even those 8 times crawling down and 28 stairs, you know, 8 multiplication 28, these are much more than 172 stairs. There you could think it is, yeah, then you make it easy. No, by once, you know, to crawl down by once without a break, complete a different story. I tell you that is level up so much more you cannot imagine. And the stairs are much higher. That makes so much difference, because you have to lean much more forward, much more ab work, arms, and that together by once and steeper, and then to go with the press, you know, that is complete other league. That can take months of training what you have to do there, you know. I tell you that when you think, boy, only one set I cannot crawl down, by the other side that can mean maybe two months training, 5 days a week, 6 times a week you have to train for 2 months to reach those few meters more, you know. Now I feel my ab, my tricep, but the legs are very good. That is really, really cool. You know, and I went in focused. I show you how I do that. You know, the best thing is not to watch around and think, boy, how long. Only step, 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 step. Concentrate every repetition. Only repetition for repetition. And when I go here, I have my head not to that direction. I have it always to next there, next there, next there. Not completely to the next, you know. I don't want to watch down, but only this straight thing. Only here, 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 here. Concentrate, repetition for repetition. What people come this, that, I'm only focused for that. Bam. Strength all together. Bam. Next. Together. Bam. Completely always here, you know. Not, oh, I do it, and blah. That will loosen out your energy, you know. Think on boxers. When they get angry. Best example was Joshua, you know. When he fought Dubois. Yeah, he was a bit blurred out, but then he got in with aggression, and what happened? He was knocked out. So you always have to be completely focused, you know. Only completely here, in the time here, and think on nothing. Only go on until it is ended, you know. So I take now my kettlebell, then we move on to the nice park, you know. And then a few pull-ups, a few push-ups, few snatches. But that is uninteresting now. How many, you know, of course you cannot do many, you know. And then, you know, the same when you train on rings, on ropes, and you make one very, very long route until you end. Of course you will not do that 2 or 3 times in a row. Then it is over, you know. But much traffic here today, you know. So much traffic, you know. Wow. But my stairs are closed. But here to train in that way is the perfect simulation for that what I will do, you know. When you have a plan, a strategy, also you can use those. In those steps you see that it works, because I get better and better. But I'm really happy. The heartbeat, the strength, all is there, you know. There would be by both exercises now much more room, and that gives me hope for Demolition Tower, you know. But there, you know, I tell this again, the mental part, you can lose so much there when you entrance in those stairs. I will show you that today. When you entrance there and you know what is coming to you, you know, those 3 exercises, then you can lose before you have started, because mental, that takes so much away from you that you are not overcome this, you know, even if you would be ready from the strength wise or endurance wise. And so all has to come together, and now we go to the park, and that is much more fun now, only to train a bit more, you to push a bit more the muscles, but how many repetitions, completely uninteresting now. There I watch that I don't do too much, because when I now go to the limit what I made here, even if it was not the limit, but when I go now to the limit by push-ups, pull-ups and this, then it can happen that you have overpaced yourself, and then I cannot train for a week, and then you loosen time, you will not achieve it. So this now is only to bring a little bit out more, and that you get much better by the next time, you know. That is the thing. But that was cool now, you know. I don't fail her. But today my mind was like 70-30 that I fail her, you know. My overall thing was I do it no matter what, but in reality I thought 70% I will fail her, you know. But failure is not an option, you know. Now we go on. So my friends, now we arrived but at the small park, which is normally by those stairs. Today we can do it here, you know, because the other park where we were the last time is more beautiful, you know. But the thing is, for sure there will be people now, you know, kids and things, you know. We have it afternoon now, and so this is much closer. I have to pay rent for the bicycle, and the other thing is so steep upwards, you know, to push again for nothing. And then for sure there will be people now. You can only do that in the morning, and only when it's really cold that people don't go there. Now it is more warm, you know, around 8 degrees, and that is too warm, you know. But here now our nice bar, there I trained, yeah, it's 20 years ago around, you know. I have footage from, have I footage from here? I think so, you know. I think 2009. Yeah, I will watch when I find footage from that bar, but I cannot remember if I filmed this in that park. But I still think a little bit. But there's were other bar, they have put them out 16, 17 years ago. There was no bar in anymore, you know. There were a lot of things also here when I remember, but that was always nice here, you know. There was no calisthenics park existing by us. In the whole country, I think, was not one calisthenics park. The people only trained indoor, you know. And then that all came up in the 2006, 7, 8, 9, more 9, 10, 11. There it went up with functional training, and then it started with CrossFit, and you know, here and on and on. Before there was no one outdoor, you know. There were almost no one. Yeah, now we do it. A few pull-ups. I don't have to warm up because I'm still warm, and I have my rings by me. A few push-ups, a little bit with the kettlebell, and then we are done. And I think to try the Demolition Tower, maybe in 2 months, you know, not earlier. In 2 months I have still to train. I will wait until the stairs open up again. I've shown this also once, maybe you have seen it. The toughest stairs, they have all names, you know. This is the stairs with the park. Now there is a, you see it, a dog, a Schäferhund, you know. And you know exactly a Schäferhund was it where my whole thing was running all blood down, you know. But from this I have no fear. I only have fear from dogs which I don't know. And this dog, I know, I see this dog so often in the week. This is completely brave, you know. There you have, nothing's my friend, you know. So that is the part. And the toughest stairs, you know, these are those brutal stairs, and there you can train so relaxed. There is almost no one. And they would be perfect because there are steep stairs and so long, 3 etages, and then a long way to crawl, and then these last small steps, a second part to do they all together. That would be perfect preparation to go up there. And then the most beautiful ones, these are 3 Etage is also perfect, but they both are closed now in winter. And what means closed, I've shown you. One is locked up with an iron chain by every stair, and the other one is completely locked. You know, they have a whole plastic thing, and the door, they have an own door that you are not allowed to go up, that is closed, you know. And there I have to wait, and then I will make it there, and then we enter in. I only want to enter in when I'm sure. Best is always enter in by 120%, that you know I'm 20% over what is needed, because most of the time something happens, mental, this, that you cannot keep it, you know. And that we will see. But that would be wow. And then, you know, the third exercises are the squats. You don't have to forget this. This is also brutal for your legs, because the legs are then done, you know. But the heartbeat, you know, that is really, really tough. And yeah, now pull-ups, and we go on. So when I never go, that is a part of mine, you know. Nowadays always full range of motion, but I don't take the full range of motion by pull-ups, because it was never good to me, you know. You know, when others do it and feel it better, or say it is great, then make it, you know. But it's only want to tell that I always did it, and I will still do it because it feels better to me, you know. So and now the Australian pull-ups, the RAWs, and there is also the goal, you know, after the demolition tower, you know, these are the three main exercises. And don't forget, before we enter in the demolition tower, we have to shadow box with the 1 kilo weight as fast, as hard as you can. That means that you loosen the energy even there, you know, don't forget this. And after that, then we go to a bar, and we have to make 30 straight RAWs without a break, you know, on a bar, you know. And then we have also push-ups. These you also have to do. When you have conquered demolition tower, that comes together, but that is on the other way beside of the demolition tower. Now I put on my rings, and then we will see how many RAWs will go. I would say maybe 20 now, 24. I'm always happy by the 28, because then you're always close, you know, where you need to be. Let's do it. So now I've built it up, you know, the rings. Now our dog leaves the stage. Elvis leaves the stage, you know, our nice dog. And here we are, you know. That is cool, you know, and I like it. I enjoy that so much, to train outdoors. You know, I don't like it indoor. And you know, one time I wondered that I never got bad commentaries. Only once. That was by a short where one wrote me, I am too scared to go to a gym, you know. And you know, I wonder that I didn't get more of those bad commentaries, because, you know, normal people don't train the way that, like I do, and they say, well, what for shit and this and that. Train, go to squats, train heavy, make CrossFit. Nowadays we only have, you know, those groups of training. Hey, you have to make CrossFit. Hey, you have to make calisthenics. Hey, you have to make parkour. Hey, you have to go weightlifting. Hey, you have to make bodybuilding, you know. But I only want to train, and I make that what does good to me, you know, and what makes fun to me and what brings me forward. And so I use from all systems some things, you know. But the thing is, you know, I tell you something. I do that since over 30 years, you know. Really, in the around 1991, around 1990, yeah, 1992 around, with 7 years, 1992, I made 100 push-ups in a row, you know. Of course, with a break. But I made this, you know. And since then I was always interested in training, you know. And the thing is, for example, why do I not lift heavy weights, you know? Yeah, I'm not strong. You know, that is the thing. I never tell something like, hey, well, I'm that strong, I'm that fit. No, I don't tell this, only that when it is really true, when I think it is honest, you know. And I am not strong, you know. I cannot lift much weight. But why I'm not doing that? First of all, you know, the doctors told me when I was a pupil with 10 years around, plus minus, they told me always do not lift heavy weights because of my things, you know. I had a groin fracture, I had, how it is called, umbilical break, you know, 2 things where you're not allowed to lift heavy. They always told don't do it. Then I have this in my back. I told once the story in school with 10 years, we had to lock in and make those sit-ups. I always had back pain and I always wondered, I asked the others, hey, do you also feel it? That hurts? No. But by me, I don't know why, because I slammed a lot. I never was checking out what is going on in the back, but now I don't have pain. But I know when I lift a heavy weight, you know, or I swing a heavy weight, then it's that I have 1 month back pain, and so much that I cannot even sleep, I can do nothing. And so why should I do that, you know? For what? I have done it and tried it and it was not good to me. And so then I also recognize people who train hard, and believe me, I have met really a lot amount of people who trained really brutal, really hard. I told you once I met world champions, European champions, and on, but almost everyone told me that they have pain somewhere, you know. And now when you are training, you know, as a normal people, when you are over 30, coming to 40 or 50, I tell you, the thing is, when you hear this, you know, that people always have hurting things, you know, it hurts in the elbow, it hurts in the knees, it hurts in the back, and all you heard it from all those people. And then I ask you, for what are you doing that when it always hurts you, you know? I don't get this, you know. When you are in a competition or in a sport where you have to level up, yeah, then you have to live with this, that you can compete. For example, when you make a 100-meter sprint, then you have to lift heavy weights, otherwise you will not achieve the time, you know. But as we normal people who don't get anything, no prize, no money, nothing, for what then lifting so many things? When you then have pain, when you have never pain, then it is great. But most of the people tell me, they make bodybuilding style and this and that. Boy, my knee hurts. Oh, I have so often back pain. Oh, now my shoulder, I cannot lift it now for months again, for years. And then I ask myself, yeah, why are you doing that? You live with pain for years, you know. Maybe you should change the training like I do, you know, and I find a way to train because, I don't know, we train because it makes fun to us. We love that what we are doing, you know. Or I do that because I like training. I get nothing if I lift here now 100 kilo, 200 kilo, I don't get something. And for the ego, I don't need it, you know, because, for example, I have seen the world's strongest man, you know, which holds still the record, you know, Mark Henry. I have seen this guy, you know. And even if you think, boy, this guy can lift here 200 kilo in that lift, yeah, then I can tell you, that is nothing against a Mark Henry. Then even this guy is a nobody, you know what I mean. So I only train that, and here I have no pain. I'm almost 40 years, I have no pain, no shoulder, no knee, I have nothing. You know, and that is the cool thing. Then I hear the others, boy, I cannot do this and that. And I always ask people who were older than me. When I was 20, 25, even in my 30s, now I'm almost 40, you know, in a few months. I ask the older people from 40 plus to 50 plus, what would you change in your training if you would be 20 years, if you would be age 20 now again? What would you change? And you know what they all told me? Boy, I was so stupid. If I would have taken less weight, you know, still train hard but much less weight, then I would now not have the shoulder problem. Then I would have not now the hip problem, and on, you know. And that is what I was remembering, you know. Because I want to do this always and without pain. I come here with luck, you know. And I'm not interested if someone is better or not. But I know for me, I went to the limit. For my genetics, to me, I have no pain. I can then move, can come here again, enjoy the weather, you know, enjoy all. And that is the cool thing, you know. And not always pain and this is damaged and that. You know, when you lift for 10, 20 years heavy, you know, when you start with 30 years and then, yeah, you can train 5 years, the hardest weight, yeah, 5 years is nothing. But I tell you, later on, then you will get problems, you know. So when someone trains 3, 4 years, 5 years, that you can forget, you know. But people who do this 10, 15 years and more, there you will see if it worked out or not. How many do you see? They will tell you then, boy, I had to change my training, you know. Then 5 years, what they told you, and the people have done the same, you know. That is the point. And now we make the Australian pull-ups, and yeah, I enjoy it. It is so nice, you know. Let's do it. Enjoy that what you do. So now we make the push-ups, and what I tell you is to enjoy that what you do, that you can do that for a long time, you know, not only 5 years, 10, 20, 30 years, you know. You see many on YouTube, for example, who tell you when they are older, they were very good and then they have pain and this is damaged and that is damaged, that they cannot do anymore, yeah. That is sad. It would be better if they could train much longer and always have fun, to push yourself in a little bit other way, because you get nothing when you make. Who is interested in? If I can do 30 pull-ups, 1 pull-up, no one is interested in, you know. The same by others. If they can make 100 kilo deadlift, 200 kilo deadlifts, no one cares about that, you know. When you don't compete in a sport or in a competition thing, you know, nowadays you can watch on YouTube all records which are possible. Back in the days where this didn't exist, there you say, boy, here is a guy who made so much weight, boy, I have seen this. But nowadays you can watch it all day on internet, the best in the world, you know. That is the thing. And also genetics. I tell you, I had one guy by me in a training room, which you have seen. This guy never trained. He took a 28 kilo kettlebell and pressed it up, not push press, by strength, with easy. Never trained, you know. Why? Because he was heavy and he was genetic for this mate, you know. That was really, and so it goes, you know. Now, push-ups. And you see, I make them very slow, you know, very, very slow, but now a little bit blurry, you know, from the standing up. And I make them with the nose to the ground. I mean, with push-ups is also, when you people say they can make 40, yeah, how they make it, you know, elbow, bam, 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 this, how fast, even if they go down, how fast they are. When you make them faster, you have more energy to make more. How long are your arms? When you have small arms, the weight is much closer to the ground. Then, you know, I'm completely over all those things. You know, I train for me only to my own, to push myself. I am my own opponent, you know. That is always the best. Your body, your genetics. Because, for example, nowadays, you know, when you ask when you talk with people, people who go to the gym, I would say from 30 people, I talk now from men, but even women, I would say from 30 people, 29 to 30 take creatine. And it's like normal today. Yeah, then you have more strength, you gain muscle more, or you will be a little bit more, you have more mass, you know, or more body weight when you take it, and a little bit more strength, you know. And when you don't take it, you have a disadvantage, you know. But to me, that is all cheating, you know. For me, I don't say to them, you know what I mean, to me, to my own. I will not take this stuff because I only eat natural food, you know. I don't even take protein powder, I don't do it anymore. I've seen how many were not clean, you know. You can go to the Kölner Liste, that is famous, you know, where companies can send their product. Costs a lot of money. I don't take those things, you know. I only look natural things and look how far I come, you know. And so when other one takes creatine and other things, that is an advantage, for example. So you cannot compete, you know. That is all thing. Stay healthy, enjoy that what you do. Well, now the sun gets a little bit more fresh. Looks like now the sun goes down, but how late is it? I never watched on my phone, you know that. Also this nowadays people, when they train, oh, they have the smartphone. Every second they watch to their clock. Boah, how is the heartbeat? Boah, what does the watch says? Boah, now I'm overpaced, now I'm underpaced. Boah, this, that, how many calories, and on and on and on. Then the smartphone, this and that, you know. I don't do that, you know. I don't need it. So how late do we have it? Looks like it is already 4 o'clock, that dark it went. I think I would say, yeah, maybe 2 o'clock, you know, 2:15. But now we watch, how late do we have it? Whoa, whoa, watch this, this is unbelievable now. That is the, whoa. 2:15, you see that? Exactly 2:15. Wait, you see that? Unbelievable. Now I'm completely right. Wow. Now a little bit snatches and then abs, and then we have done it. And then go home, shower, eat something, and then we go to Demolition Tower. So now the abs, and herein I tell you, here I talked with some of the best doctors in the game, what we have here, who make sugaries in the spine, you know. When the sports stars came from ski sports stars to other sports stars, when they got sugary, they get it here most of the time or often, and with those specialists who are really well known specialists what they are doing, and I have talked with them. They told me what is possible and not, you know, how much pressure the spine can take for decades, what is good, what is not good, you know, for people who have sugary in the spine and on. And all those conversations, you know, with all those what I have seen with sports stars, I have seen some of the best in the world, you know. And I've seen when they are over, if they have pain or not, you know. You see also NBA players who cannot walk that much anymore, you know. But that is sport, that is professional, that is always, you know. Once Boris Becker told, Leistungssport ist nie gesund, you know. That means professional sport on the highest level will never be a healthy thing, you know. They are the best trained, but that is not healthy. That is too much, you know. One time you have to pay the price for that, you know, when you do that for years. But we want to train on a good level and have no pain, you know. And that is the thing. I hope you can do that too, you know. Even if you are young and say, no, I was so stupid and this, but maybe then in 15, 20 years you will think back and say, shit, now I have the shoulder pain, now I have this, and now I cannot train more. I have many people who cannot make this, you know. I know a lot what made hardcore bodybuilding damaged, you know. They can do nothing now, or not much. And that is bad, you know. We want to do it when we are 20, when we are 30, when we are 40, when we are 50, when we are 60. And when you watch two people who are older, 70, 80 years, what can they do still when they are trained? Pull-ups, push-ups. Jack LaLanne, for example, a pioneer in the fitness game, when he was 90, he still, I think, made push-ups with 2 fingers on one hand. So 2 hands, 2 fingers. These are exercises which work, but I have never seen guys with 80 years who lift hundreds of kilos, you know. There you have to make a thing. And also when I'm built like me, very small, very thin, you know, that is like a tree. Why would you build a tree house? Where would you build it, you know? Let's make an example. Would you build it on a tree like this? You know, watch how thin this is. Would you build here a tree house, or would you build it on a very thick thing like here? That you cannot change, you know what I mean? That is built natural, genetic. This is very big. You will never make from this wood a big wood, you know. The same with people. When I am thin, small, tiny, my bones, you know, I cannot change that. Even if I have a little bit more mass, but I will never be big. And when the other guy is genetic 90 kilo without doing anything, you know, and then he trains and gains easily mass and has 100 kilo, for sure, if this guy makes 10 push-ups, that will be not limited to him, you know. Then this guy can lift heavy weights and will have maybe not that easily problems, because he has so much muscle mass that he needs other training than I do, you know. Everyone is other. So last exercise and then we go on. So the sun comes up when we end the show. Wow, that is nice, you know. Do those exercises which are good to you. I do this what too good for me. Maybe that would be light for you, maybe that would be hard for you. Do only that what is good, and hopefully you can train forever, you know. That would be the goal and my message. Be careful and train for decades without a pain. That would be the goal. Wow, that was nice. Now I go home, and then a little bit later, in an hour, we drive to the Demolition Tower all together now, and I drive home, and that was nice. So we see us at Demolition Tower. Until then, bye and ciao.